in order to raise her 2 sons. She ate bread for 3 meals a day. She finally found a job, but she found out that the president of this company was her boyfriend who she had been dating for 2 days. So she decided to break up with this rich man. She really couldn't understand why the rich man, who had so many beautiful women around him, would like a divorced woman like her. She carefully hid aside and was not discovered by the man, and this single mother didn't expect it. The beautiful female boss was madly pursuing the rich man. The next day, the female boss promoted her to the golden assistant. She also got her a desk. She thought her career would go further, but the boss asked her to investigate the woman in the photo. Fortunately, the person's face was not photographed in the photo, because the person in the photo was herself, and she also realized that she kissed the rich man impulsively last time. It was secretly photographed by someone. Her boss was almost mad. The man she pursued with great effort was taken away by another woman, but she didn't know that her rival was her newly recruited subordinate. That day, the boss asked her to go out with him. I thought it was just a daily work task. Unexpectedly, the rich man also came. The woman suddenly looked very unnatural. When the rich man found her nervous expression, he didn't say much to her. The boss briefly introduced her. In order to get a chance to be alone with the rich man, the boss found a reason to let her go first. At this moment, the rich man's heart was extremely painful. But isn't it the same for women? On the surface, the rich man was talking about work, but he couldn't figure it out. Obviously, he could feel that we were in love. Why did you hide from me? As soon as she got off work, the rich man asked her out. Only then did he know the reason why the woman avoided him. It turned out that the woman's ex-husband knew about their relationship. Although they had divorced a long time ago, this scumbag was jealous of her. The ex-husband threatened her to take away the custody of the 2 children, and he had already found a lawyer. She told the rich man that in order to prove that she was capable of raising the 2 children, I couldn't lose this job. We shouldn't meet again before this case is over. These words made the rich man very sad, but he didn't complain at all. In order to prevent the 2 children from falling into the hands of the ex-husband. Although the woman was helpless, she could only cruelly abandon the rich man. When she walked out of the restaurant and was about to drive home, she found that the tire was flat. The rich man saw her squatting on the roadside to repair the car. Although it was a little funny, he felt more distressed. He suggested taking his car to take her home. She hesitated for a few seconds, but finally accepted it. The atmosphere along the way was very dull. No one spoke. After arriving downstairs of her house, the woman wanted to return the handkerchief to him. This was the first gift the rich man gave her, but the man asked him to keep it as a souvenir at the time. The woman said thank you. Then she couldn't help crying. In fact, she was reluctant to leave, but for the sake of the 2 children, she had to break up with the man. When the 2 hugged, no one noticed that a pair of eyes were staring at them in the distance. This aggressive man was the woman's ex-husband. He just walked over and hit the rich man in the face with his head. This scared the woman, but the ex-husband accused the rich man. You are not allowed to approach my wife and 2 sons in the future. The woman wanted to see the rich man's injuries, but the ex-husband grabbed her arm and threw her away. And this scene reminded the rich man of the scene when his mother was abused when he was a child. The disrespect for women made the usually gentle man angry. He rushed forward and punched the ex-husband in the face. Although he vented his anger, he got into trouble now, because violence will become a handle for the woman to fight for the custody of the child. Before leaving, the ex-husband asked them to wait and see. Seeing that things were getting worse and worse, the woman complained and asked the rich man why he did this. But the man drove away without saying a word. The sister heard the noise and went downstairs. The woman couldn't bear it anymore. She didn't want to give up the 2 children, and she didn't want to lose the man she loved deeply. But everything made people helpless.